Greetings and welcome to today's session. We are continuing with our series of creating different websites using different web authoring softwares. So today we are continuing with our item for Amina Fresh Produce, and today we are using Microsoft Expression Web. We have used front page and the video is right away here. This is front page. We have used WordPress. This is here. So when you look at our order, we started with front page, WordPress, and then today we are looking at Expression Web 4. So we are going to use Expression Web 4 to come up with the same website that we designed previously with two web authoring softwares. Up next will be Dreamweaver. So let's get started to design a website for Amina Fresh Foods, Fresh Produce using Expression Web 4. So to begin with, we are going to create a folder on the desktop. So we go to New, create a folder. I can call it KAKURU BENARD 046. Then inside this folder, I'm going to put the support files, these ones here. So I'm going to create another folder inside. I call it, say, item 2. And then inside item 2, I'm going to copy this folder and I paste it here under item 2. KAKURU BENARD item 2. So inside item 2 is where I have pasted the folder for images. So let's get started by opening Expression Web. So I go to start and look for Expression Web. Here it is, Expression Web 4. I open. Once I have opened, we can now save it. So we go to site, new site, click site, new site. We choose where to store it. One page site. I browse, desktop, KAKURU BENARD, item 2. Here. I open. I click OK. So from here, Fresh Produce is where our images are. Then default HTML, we are going to rename it and call it home page. So this is home.html. Press enter and say yes. Once you have renamed, you can double click and start working. So right away, we right click, page properties, and give this a title, which is home page. This is the name that appears on top of your web browser once you have opened it in that tab. We click OK. Then we are going to make a table for our top banner. We right click. We go to table, insert table, rows 1, column 6, alignment center, width 99, then no spacing, no padding, no border. We click OK. So on the left side, let us insert our logo. So I insert picture from file. And then right away, here is the Fresh Produce folder in KAKURU BENARD item 2. So double click Fresh Produce, look for the logo and double click it, click OK. Double click it, then go to appearance, under aspect ratio, try to reduce it. Let's say 100 by 80. 88. I click OK. That is our logo. Then here we put our title, Amina Fresh Produce Center. Then we shall have home page. We shall have stock gallery. We shall have This one will be for farmers updates. And then we shall also have contact us. These are the pages we shall have. So we can highlight this and we make it a heading. So instead of none, we can say heading 1. And the default font we can change maybe to Arial. We can bold it. And then these ones we shall modify them later. I save changes. So when we go to our working folder so far, KAKURU BENARD, item 2, we have home, and this one has images. So for home, this is where we are so far. We are continuing. Below this, let's put a horizontal line. So I go to insert, HTML, horizontal line. I double click, width 99, height maybe about 6, green color, solid line. Okay, that is our marquee. Next, our horizontal line. Next, let's put a marquee. We had said that on the home page we shall put this marquee. So we can click below that horizontal line. We go to code view. So from here under code view, below the HR here, this is the horizontal line. So we open the marquee tag, marquee, we close, then in the middle we write what we want to move in the marquee. So automatically it is closed. So I go back to the design, then double click, yes, we double click and put a background color. So I can go to more colors. For example, I can pick that color. I click OK. Then we can choose Arial. Can also make it bolded. We can increase font size, for example, to 14 or 18. Yes, that is our marquee that will be running across the pages. Let's check it out. So here is our marquee. Then from there, I would like us to put, I press enter, we create space like twice, and then below we put the footer section. So I copy this horizontal line, I paste it here, so that below I put information for the footer section. Once I'm done with information for the footer section, I can center it, increase font size a bit, and then maybe the font style, something like that. I save changes. So this information will be in the footer section, so the content will be within the middle section here. So right away, we can now create other pages. After creating other pages, we do the linking, and then we are good to go and start adding content. To create a new page, one can press Ctrl N, or you click here. So Ctrl N, right click, page properties. This page is called stock gallery. We click OK. Ctrl S, save. Directly it will be taken in the same folder below the home called stock gallery. We save. Ctrl N for a new page. Right click, page properties. This one is called farmers updates. We click OK. Ctrl S. Farmers updates appears here. We save. Ctrl N. Right click, page properties. This one we call it contact us. And then we click OK. We Ctrl S. It will be taken directly in the same folder below the other pages. We save. Once we are done creating these pages, they appear here. Contact us, farmers updates, stock gallery, home. So we can now start the linking of our pages. So I select home, Ctrl K, Then I select that very home page. Before you proceed, make sure this HTTP is not there. Pick a different page, you can come back to it. Click OK. Then highlight stock gallery, right click, hyperlink. Stock gallery selected, click OK. Highlight farmers updates, go to insert, hyperlink. All those are ways to put a hyperlink. Farmers updates, click OK. Lastly, contact us, Ctrl K, then select contact us. Okay, let's now modify our top banner. I can select here. I choose my Arial bolded. Then font color, I'm using color green. I click apply. Even this one should be green. Apply the same font color. Color green. Select and apply. Not sure why it is delaying to take effect. Okay, we save changes. So up next, we Ctrl A, select all, copy, that is Ctrl C, go to stock gallery, paste, Ctrl S, farmers update, Ctrl V, Ctrl S, contact us, Ctrl V, Ctrl S. Go back to home. So that means that now so far from our pages here, home page here, it reads home, stock gallery, reads stock gallery, farmers update, farmers updates, contact us, contact us. So from here, we are good to go and start designing the content within each page. So we are going to begin with a table to put information about us. So for example, we are going to put some information here, right away here. We go to table, insert table, one row, one column, 99%, alignment centered, no border, no spacing, click OK. But before that, we need a background color. For example, I go under more colors, I pick such a color, click OK. Then within this, I put this information, can give it font color white, I apply. Then this one, going to make it a heading. For example, heading 1, make it Arial. Yes. This we can also increase it a bit. We can increase font size, giving that maybe 18. Then below here, I want us to put what we can call an interactive button. So we go to insert and choose interactive button. Once we get an interactive button, for example, this one can work for me. In the text, I can call it learn more. So with learn more, I'm going to link this to the farmers updates, for example. So I browse, I select farmers updates, I click OK. Then go to font. We can give it, for example, font size 12. Then we go to image and increase the height, something like that. We click OK. I save changes, change folder here, and take these ones inside the images. Click OK. OK. So when you come to our home page, this is what we have designed so far. From the marquee to this table of welcome, and then below we are going to have the main text. So let's have the main text. So below here, we shall have another table. This table will have 2 columns and 1 row. Should be centered, 99%, no spacing, no padding, no border. Click OK. So within this table, we are going to have some information like about us. And then on the right, we can have any image. So information about us is here. Then on the right, we insert an image. Let's say this one. I click OK. Double click it. Appearance. Remove this tick and appear under aspect ratio. For example, 500 by 300. We click OK. We save changes. Check in the browser. This is where we are so far. Now I'm going to change the font style from default. For example, this about us. Let's make it like heading 2. And then what we do, we also make it like heading 2. Then we select this information. We make it Arial. We save changes. Check in our browser for any changes. So far, this is what we have. Okay. So maybe we may need to add some 350. Because I've seen after changing the font style, it was a bit squeezed. So this one can work. Next, let's create some space between this by adding a column. So let's insert a column on the left so that there is some good space. Insert a column on the left. We save changes. So this is the space that we have created here. Let's add more. Let's put bullets here. Yes, something like that. So these are our bullets. These are our bullets. This is what we do by applying bullets. Okay. This image now you may need to reduce it again to 300 so that it fits with the text alignment. Yes. Up next, we are going to have, we can select here, we press space, enter, have a table that will have the key players at Amina Fresh Produce. So we want to put a team that have made this success, this Amina Fresh Produce a success. So let's make it heading 2, Arial. And then below here, let's have a table of about 2 rows and 3 columns, alignment centered, 99%, no border, no spacing. We click OK. So below here, we are going to have our team. For example, we have Amina, who is the managing director. So we go to insert picture from file, Amina, double click, appearance. This is say 300 by 200. Then we click in front, we press enter, we put a caption. So that is our caption. Our managing director is there. Okay. So this font style, we shall reduce it later. Next, we can have Lucas Sevunya. With Lucas Sevunya, we go to insert picture from file. Lucas Sevunya is somewhere here. We click OK. Double click. Appearance, remove aspect ratio. 300 by 200. We click OK. Click after the image. Press enter. Paste. Or write a caption. That is our operations manager. Next, we shall need Rita Kembabazi. Here, we go to insert picture from file. Let me get any image to represent this Rita. So we double click, appearance, 300 by 200. So we click in front and press enter to put a caption. This one is the sales and custom officer. Then next, in the next row, we can have Mugisha Andrew. With Mugisha Andrew, let's look for an image to represent Mugisha Andrew. Here he is. Double click. Appearance 300 by 200. Click in front, press enter and put a caption. This is Mugisha Andrew, our field and extension officer. Next will be Sarah Nanyanzi. So we click insert picture from file. Let's get Sarah Nanyanzi. She's here. We go to appearance 300 by 200. Click in front of the image, press enter and put a caption. Write any caption. We write any caption. And lastly, we have Anne Grace. So we insert picture from file. We need Anne Grace. We double click and remove aspect ratio to change the dimensions. 300 by 200. Press enter and add a caption. So once we are done adding captions, we can readjust the text. For example, I highlight, I center, I come to font, I use Arial, then font size, maybe 18, yes, something like that. We save changes. Next, we may need to put at least one last statement that we are committed to serving you to our best. So below this table, insert table, pick a table of one row and one column, alignment centered, 99%, no border, no spacing, then background color. Let's say we need this lime. I click OK. So within this, we write our statement. So that is our statement. And we are going to center it. We center. We can come here and say heading 2. If I select this, okay, let's increase font size just, okay, maybe 18 or even 24. I save changes. So we are done with our home page. Let's check in the browser. I reload. Welcome to Amina Fresh Produce. Click here to learn more. It takes us to the farmers updates. Then about us, this is the information about us. Key players are here. We are seeing their names and we are committed to serving you. That is the footer. Up next is stock gallery. So in our expression web, let's click stock gallery. And then we start by changing the marquee to suit the page where we are. So here I double click. Now we paste the marquee here. I click OK. So this one we are going to call it fresh gallery produce. This is our page. Highlight this and we make it like heading 1. Our font, we maintain it. Then below here we can write a simple text. For example, browse through some of our fresh stock available. So this, we can increase font size. We can also change the font style, something like that. Then next, we shall use a table. We are going to use a table and have a number of images as our gallery. So here let's use a table. We go to table, insert table, a table of about 3 rows and 3 columns, centered, no border, no spacing, 99%. We click OK. So we are going to start using these cells to put a collection of images. For example, I want tomatoes here. I go to insert, picture from file. I get tomatoes. They are here. Click OK. Double click. Appearance 300 by 200. Click OK. Then we press enter and put a caption. So we have put a caption here. Next, let's add another image. We can put bananas. So in the next cell, we go to insert picture from file, get some bananas. For example, I'm seeing this. Double click, appearance, remove aspect ratio, 300 by 200. Then press enter and put a caption. The fresh bananas. Next, we need another image, for example, pineapples. So in the third cell, we go to insert picture from file, pineapples, for example, these. Double click, appearance, remove aspect ratio, 300 by 200. We click OK. Click in front of the image, press enter, and type the caption. Once you are done typing the caption, let's now go to the next row where we shall add more images like green peppers or peppers. Insert picture from file. We need the peppers. I'm seeing these ones. Double click. Appearance, remove aspect ratio, 300 by 200. We click OK. Click in front, press enter and add a caption. Once the caption is done, we go to the next cell where we shall need eggplants, which are normally called biringanya. So we go to insert picture from file, eggplants biringanya here. So double click, appearance, remove aspect ratio, 300 by 200. We click OK. Click in front, press enter and add a caption. Once you have added a caption, we can go to the next cell. We can insert another image. For example, let's introduce onions there. onions are here. We click OK, double click and change the dimensions, 300 by 200. Click in front, press enter and put some caption. Once the caption is done, we go to the last row and bring more images. One can say, for example, passion fruits. The number of images here, passion fruits are here. So double click, appearance, remove aspect ratio, then change the measurements, press enter and type the caption. Once the caption is done, we can go to the next cell. We insert some images like carrots. Let's bring carrots to our page. Here we are. Appearance 300 by 200. Click in front and press enter. We put some caption. Once the caption is done, we can now go to the next cell. We insert, for example, Irish potatoes. So we go picture and look for Irish potatoes. Here we are. We click OK. Resize it. 300 by 200. We press enter. We type the caption. And once the caption is done, we can adjust our font style. So I highlight the entire table by using that black dot pointer like that. Center the images. Come to font. We can use, for example, that kind of font. We save changes. Check in the browser. So here we are. We have our images well captioned and we are good to go. So we are done. Up next is to go to page 3, which will be for farmer support tip and price updates. So with this, let's go up here, change the marquee, double click. Within here, write the marquee you need to be there. You click OK. Then the title we need here is farmer support tips and updates. So here we have our title. Let's highlight it. We, instead of a paragraph, make it like heading 1. Change the font style. One can bold it, yes. So for now, that is our title. And with farmers updates, we are going to have a table, for example, table, insert table, 1 row, 2 columns, centered, 99%, no padding, no spacing. We click OK. In the left cell, we can put some updates, farmer support tips. We give them farmer support tips. And then on the right, let me use Arial. And then this one, we can make it like a heading. It's like heading 2. And then on the right, let's put an image. Click in the right cell. Go to insert picture. I can put any picture, for example, these tomatoes. I mean pineapples, if farmers are receiving updates on tomato varieties, etc. Appearance, aspect ratio, say 500 by 300. We click OK. Ctrl S. Check in the browser if farmers updates is better. Yes, I think this kind of image and the text is okay. Let's proceed. We can give farmers price weekly updates. The price weekly updates, for example, below this table, the weekly price updates. This one we can make it, for example, let's make it, for example, heading 1, Arial, bolded. One can even put like okay, below here let's introduce a table. So that means that we go to table, insert table, and this table will be for 7 rows, 7 or 8 rows, and then 3 columns. We can have some borders. We can also have cell spacing 99%, and even some background color. Okay, so once we are done with our table, we shall put this information, the produce, price per kilogram, some notes about it. So we have a table here, and once our table is done, we are going to, we said we can put some background color, for example, that can have some spacing. So when we save changes, this is our table under farmers updates. The prices, farmers have been updated for every produce, price per kilogram or per bunch, the notices. You can play, pause, and note down what we have included in the weekly price updates. Then let's add one statement for the farmers who are successful and have brought their stories to us. So we can have space here where we can include the stories for successful farmers. So let's have a title here, Farmers Success Stories. This can also be heading 1, Farmers Success Stories. That is our heading 1. Can increase font size, and then the font style, I can use that. Then below here we are going to have a table again, just 1 row and 3 columns, centered, no padding, no spacing, no border, 99%. Let's have the stories of different farmers in these tables. For example, in the first cell we can have this farmer called Mukasa John. Is a tomato farmer from Kayunga that, after following the post of harvesting handling tips from Amina Produce, John's tomatoes now fetch 20% higher prices. He surprised the center twice a week and has expanded his garden. Let's go in the second cell and we put what Namsoke Sarah has for us. So in this cell, that is the story for Namsoke Sarah. And then lastly we have for Taya Moses. Taya Moses also has a story for our produce. So once the stories are done, we can highlight our table using the black dot pointer. Then we come to font style, Arial, then font size, for example 18 can work. Then we create space between these two cells. For example, between this and this, let's have more space. Right click, insert a column left, insert another column left, like 2. Same here, column left. To create space, column left. Save changes. Check in the browser. So these are our stories, well separated. Great. So This is what we have done for our farmers update page. Let's now go to the contact us page. We shall need, for example, a heading. We can have our title, contact us, information. So under contact us information, let's make this a heading. For example, heading 1. This is aerial. Yes. Then below this, we are going to have a table. So I go to table, insert a table. This table will be 1 row and 2 columns, alignment centered in 99%, no spacing, no padding, no border. We click OK. So on the left column, we shall have some information about our location and then any contact information in case someone wants to contact us, what they can use. So from here, we put it on the left side. Then on the right side, we are going to put a feedback form. So we can have a title, feedback form, fill this form for any inquiries or feedback. So below this, we are going to insert an interactive form. So we go to insert HTML, more HTML tags. So from here, we are going to drag and drop the form container. So the form container is here. So we drop it here. So after putting it there, we shall put everything in this form. So to begin with, we need name. And then below name, in front of name, we shall need text box. So we put a text box here. We can expand it a bit in case someone has a longer name. So here, name. Next, we can have gender. Gender, we can have input radio or what we call a radio button to do with male or female. Next, we can say phone or email. Then we provide them with also a text box. We can have more information like produce needed, where we can have a checkbox and we are looking at onions. We draw another checkbox. One can be inquiring about tomatoes. One can be inquiring about carrots. Another one may be interested in matoke, etc. Then type of inquiry. Type of inquiry. And with type of inquiry, we shall use a drop-down menu, a drop-down box. So we can add choices like price inquiry. We can also add maybe general inquiry. General inquiry. We can add farmer support. All these can be under feedback. What else can we include there? Maybe it can be a complaint. Complaint. And supply inquiry. We click OK. Next, we can add there for, let's say, the send and submit button. So input, maybe before that, let's have your feedback, and we give them a text area here, text area for feedback, and double click and give it like 3 lines. Then lastly, the submit, input submit, double click. Instead of the word submit, we can say send feedback. We click OK. Now let's adjust our table, select it all. We want it in Arial, and maybe font size can be 18. Then this, our location, let's make it like heading 2. Then contact information, also heading 2. Then this feedback form, let's make it heading 2, can be bolded. We save changes. Let's check in the browser what we can adjust under contact us page. So this is we need to create space so that it is not compacted like this. So after name, enter gender name like this, like this, like this. We save changes, check in the browser. I think this is matching and all is well. So we can have a statement. Thank you for reaching out to Amina Fresh Produce. We shall reach out to you as soon as possible. So this we can have it in a table here. 1 row, 1 column, centered, 99%, no border, no spacing, no size, but in a background color like this one. So we paste, thank you for reaching out to us. So this can be like heading 3, centered. And this can even, one can even make it a marquee. It can even be a marquee for that very page. So we save changes and check in our browser. That is our last statement. And we are done with using Expression Web. So we have our home page here. We have our stock gallery. We have our farmers updates. We have our contact us page. So when I look at farmers updates, one can even give this a certain font color for each farmer's success story. So here we are done with our website, well complete. Continue subscribing to this YouTube channel for more video lessons. Jabres.